Sistral here, back with round 2 with our Turbo Tezzerator deck. We did win the die roll, so as I'm remembering we need to take the draw due to our Gemstone Caverns, which again we didn't draw any of. But I think this hand's pretty good. I do like the Thopter Foundry, the Time Sieve, the Opal, so I think we're going to keep it anyway. Kind of unfortunate. Oh, well, if our opponent's just going to skip through his turn, that's good for us. Got kind of a bit of a free roll there. Let's see, he's going to take Time Sieve. Definitely one of these three. I could see an argument for taking Time Sieve here. It's kind of the least important card here, but also the one that gets out of hand the quickest. That also makes sense. Without Thopter Foundry, Time Sieve is not very good. So here, play the Bauble. I'll just fetch an island. Play the Prism. And I think I am going to run out the Time Sieve so it doesn't get Thoughtseized or Inquisitioned. And I do still have the mana to cast this Tezzerator next turn. And I am going to Bauble them since my Mox is still online. Yeah, see, there it's definitely good to get rid of the Time Sieve. If they have a Thoughtseize, we're losing our Tezzerator, but the Inquisition doesn't matter. Whereas otherwise, we would have got Time Sieve taken. And we don't really need the extra mana because we do still have 4. So, what's this? I'm guessing this must be 8 rack then. Not Grixis Shadow. So, I think probably the best bet is to just get Tezzerator out there. If he wants to attack it, that's not really a big deal. Well, I could Pithy Needle the Mutavault. How much do I like that? I think I do kind of like that. I'm feeling this is not a matchup where Bridge is all that relevant. Quite likely Mutavault is the only thing Bridge can stop from attacking, which Pithy Needle does even better. And probably nothing else to really Pithy Needle. I'll discard Gemstone Caverns. And here, let's see, I could either attack for 5. I think maybe I want to see what's up. Let's see what's up first. It's probably the smartest option. Okay, so don't think I want to make creatures because they'll get smallpoxed or Liliana away. Do you think I take smallpox? Because I'm empty-handed now. Let's see. So if I make a creature, I can attack for 5. If he draws a swamp, he Liliana kills it. That kind of sucks. Or I could play an artifact. Tezzerat's getting pretty close to lethal as it is, so I think best bet here. Yeah, this is good. This is working out a lot better. So at that, I think given that Tezzerat's so close to lethal, I actually want to keep this Mishra's Bauble. Does this deal damage? Yeah, so that kind of sucks. So he can, if he realizes it. So because of that, I'm going to crack this now. Because if he realizes he can redirect, which Magic Online is going to tell him he can, he might redirect it to the Tezzerator. So ulting Tezzerator, not very realistic anymore. So really digging for a Sword of the Meek now. I figure might as well hold the bauble. It might get him to play the Inquisition or something. He's got Wrench Mind. That's fine, because getting it discarded doesn't do much. If he doesn't discard it, save some damage. I will discard an artifact. So played the Ghost Quarter, played a Wrench Mind. Let's draw 2 cards next turn. So I'm assuming Tezzerator's dying here. Do I really care about any of his... Got Wrench Mind, Inquisition, Liliana, so I think I'm just gonna... Might as well just drain for 2 life. Relic seems okay. And I'm just going to wait till his end step and cycle it. To hopefully draw a Sword of the Meek. Is there advantage to keeping the Prism? He doesn't even have to cast any spells. He's going to +1 Liliana anyway. Draw another Liliana. So I'll probably pitch that to his Liliana Plus. So I really need a Thopter or a Sword of the Meek right away. I think at any point before we're dead, we hit Sword of the Meek, we just win because we've got Time Save, we have Thopter Foundry, we've got 5 lands, we've actually got 6 mana, 7, 8. So yeah, anytime we draw Sword of the Meek, we just win. So we just have to do that before we die. And that is a bit awkward. I don't have any 1-drops. Let's play it for 1. Play this one for 1 as well. Because why not? So I discard the Wrench Mind. So here, Liliana goes up to 6. So unless we can draw the Sword of the Meek right now, we are in awkward shape. Now we could time sieve to take another turn, pitching like discard like prisms, chalice, pithing needle, something like that. Were. Okay, so is that fast enough? I think that's fine, because I think, yeah, that should be fine. If I were, tap these. Sword of the Meek. Make some Thopters. I wish you could always yield and always yes to this ability, but I guess because it's a new object coming in every time, technically you can always yield, but you can't always yes. So I'm going to make some Thopters here. And it's going to take a few turns to win, so what I'll do is I'll add to the video a time code of what you can skip to. So you skip to the win. And yeah, because this should be, unless I screw it up, this should be locked up. And I guess I'll see you back at sideboarding. Or you can stay and watch if you want. Super exciting. I think I'm actually going to speed things up a bit. I'm going to sack these artifacts to take an extra turn. The rack can't kill us anymore. So I'm also going to send one of these at Liliana. Just, again, I have screwed this up on occasion. So if I screw up, I can't Liliana's to death. Okay, and we're back with sideboarding. We didn't screw up our combo. So what do we want? Chalice of the Void is very good here. Putting on 1 is good. Witchbane Orb seems quite good. Pithing Needle seems decent. Removal spells, maybe. Gothic Brutality, maybe. So it's bad. Ensnaring Bridge, quite bad. Relic is bad. Pithing Needle's good. Welding Jars. So they're mono black. So what do we have to worry about? We do have to worry a little bit about a Ratchet Bomb. A Ratchet Bomb for 0. Blowing up chalices would kind of suck because it gets all of them. Protecting the Witchbane Orb would be nice. So might want at least one Welding Jar. I think I can probably cut Maelstrom Pulse. Let's see, Tezzerets don't seem great, given that the rack kills Tezzeret. Thankfully, I think Shrieking Affliction, their extra copies of the rack, I believe, is life loss, so they don't kill him. So what actually do I want to take out? Yeah, I think I just might want to take out a bunch of Tezzerets. I might just take all the Tezzerets out, bring in a Pulse. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Let's see if they're onto us taking the draw. So we are on the play. Unfortunately, that makes Gemstone's Caverns kind of bad, but we do turn 2 Thopter Sword combo, so can't really complain with that. I think we'll keep it. Oh, I guess we actually don't have turn 2 Thopter Sword unless we get another colored source. Because Gemstone Caverns only makes colored mana when you are on the draw and get to put a luck counter on it. So it's a little awkward, but not the end of the world. I assume they're going to take Thopter Foundry here. Even though we can't cast it, we will probably, because we're really good like that, we'll probably just top deck the right land as we do. So here, I'm going to plan to use this bauble to determine if I want to crack the Delta or not. Use it on their end step to bauble myself. If I don't like the card, I can just crack Delta. If I do like the card, then I will leave Delta uncracked and can grab like an island. It's a little disappointing, but kind of what we have to expect in this matchup. Bauble myself. Chalice of the Void. I think I really want that. I mean, it's not exactly unbeatable, but it hurts them a lot. They can't cast any of their racks. They can't cast Raven's Crime, Thoughtseize, Inquisition. None of those shenanigans can happen. They might just Liliana and Ensnaring Bridge. That is actually a bit awkward because we did take out all of our ways to beat Ensnaring Bridge. So life could get very awkward. Yeah. Didn't really expect them to bring that in. But we'll see how it goes. We got our combo online. They do still have cards in hand, so that's good. I wanted to discard the Spirit Guide. Oh, what am I doing? I don't want to do that yet. So, yeah, this is going to be a bit awkward. Fifty Neal's not a bad draw. I will want to name Liliana. Oh, but it's just a Chalice of the Voided. Never mind. So I think we'll just try to put on the beats as best we can. I guess him drawing other man's snaring bridges is about as good as we can hope. Yeah, see, now we're in the awkward stage where, unless they get something uncastable, which seems unlikely, we are not going to be able to attack anymore. And I'm pretty sure we have no real way to win here. So note to self, bring Aether Grid and Tezzerets back in. Okay, so let's correct this. Let's see. Do we have any ways to win that I forgot about? Oh, I guess Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, so we've got Maelstrom Pulse. There's a one of that can get us out of this disaster. So we just right now would absolutely be thrilled to top deck a Maelstrom Pulse, blow up 3 bridges and kill Liana, which we did not do. So I assume there's a good chance he will ultimate Liliana here, unless he thinks he's really safe and can plus her. Yeah, so maybe he's going to try alter next turn. So let's see what he's going to draw. He's going to draw Raven's Crime. He's got 2 draws to hit that Maelstrom Pulse, and I missed. Yeah, so we'll see how he splits this. I'm going to do like lands and artifacts or something. Okay, this works out well for us, I think. Oh, that works out not so well for us. Yeah, that seems probably the best way to split it. So, what are our options here? So, pile 2 has 4 lands, a sword, and a bunch of Thopters. So, this pile can potentially just win us the game right away if we draw Maelstrom Pulse. Pile up here, if we draw a land, we get Thopter Sword back online, so we get Sack Chalice. Chalice no longer is a good, but then we still need 2 lands to draw. Yeah, so I think we need to sack this pile, keep this one. No reason to sack the Delta. So at this point, we've still got a fair bit of time to get a Maelstrom Pulse, because he's still a long way off from killing us. Even if he plays a rack, still several turns away from dying. Whereas he is a Maelstrom Pulse away from being dead in 2 turns. Unfortunately, the Maelstrom Pulse is the only live card. So I'm keeping the Delta uncracked, because if I draw a Bauble, I want to be able to use it as like a scry. Yeah, this seems actually decent right now to put on Liliana. Stops that threat of Liliana ultimate again. Buys us yet more time. Seems reasonable. Sword, not really what we want, but I'm just gonna attach it. Okay, so this isn't too bad. This puts them at dead as soon as we draw a Maelstrom Pulse, which I do like. Unfortunately, this game is going to be very boring until I draw a Maelstrom Pulse, so I apologize for that. Or until my opponent draws the rack, and even then, still got like 8 turns. Don't really want to concede it. I mean, the clock is a bit of a concern. I should probably speed it up. I don't mind you surgically Thopter Foundry. Didn't even remove anything. There's a little whir for something here. Potentially Thopter Foundry, because I can. It's probably the best bet. I got anything better? I don't think I really want Time Sieve at this moment. I guess I could get a Bauble to potentially draw cards. I think I'll get a Thopter Foundry. Thopter Foundry helps buy me more time if they play something like a Shrieking Affliction or the Rack. So I actually could put this on 2. The reason for that is I don't want to get ratchet bombed. And I don't really care about being able to play. I don't have any more Thopter Foundries. I don't really care about having issues with any of my 2-drops. So here I am going to do what I said. Get a Bauble. Okay, so he's got the rack now. I guess I should. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I should have put it on 2, or put the chalice on 1. Type prism to prevent from getting the racked. I guess I feel like I can beat the rack. Beating the rack with the time available might be a little more of an issue. So one could certainly make an argument for me just conceding due to the clock, but I really feel like I'm in a good enough position to actually win this game. Like now that I have the Thopter Foundry combo, I really just need to hope I can draw my Maelstrom Pulse in time. Time sieve is pretty good. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. So really what I should have done there is sack the chalice, played the time sieve. Okay, that's okay. We did it. Attack with all creatures. Okay, we got there. We did it in time. We drew the Maelstrom Pulse, and we won the match. Even though that was our only out in our entire deck. So, lucky us. And we'll see you in round 3.